ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषये भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्ते भेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणम् तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तमा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। नत्वा श्रीभारती तीर्थविद्यारण्यमुनीश्वरो
नत्वा श्रीभारती तीर्थविद्यारण्यमुनीश्वरौ
अधीमहे पञ्चदशीं कैवल्यपदसिद्धये।
अधीमहे पञ्चदशीं कैवल्यपदसिद्धये।
महावाक्य विवेक प्रकरणम्। येनेक्षते शृणोतीदं जिघ्रतिर्व्याकरोति च।
येनेक्षते शृणोतीदं जिघ्रति व्याकरोति च।
स्वाद्वस्वादु विजानाति तत्प्रज्ञानमुदीरितम्।
स्वाद्वस्वादु विजानाति तत्र ज्ञानमुदीरितम्।
चतुर्मुखेन्द्रदेवेषु मनुष्याश्वगवादिषु
चतुर्मुखेन्द्रदेवेषु मनुष्याश्वगवादिषु
चैतन्यमेकं ब्रह्मातः प्रज्ञानं ब्रह्ममय्यपि।
चैतन्यमेकं ब्रह्मातः प्रज्ञानं ब्रह्ममय्यपि।
परिपूर्णः परात्मास्मिन् देहे विद्याधिकारिणी।
परिपूर्णः
परिपूर्णः
परमात्मास्मिन्
परमात्मास्मिन्
देहे
देहे
विद्याधिकारिणि।
विद्याधिकारिणि।
बुद्धेः साक्षितया स्थित्वा स्फुरन्नहमितीर्यते।
बुद्धेः
बुद्धिः
साक्षितया
साक्षितया
स्थित्वा
स्थित्वा
स्फुरन्नगमिदीर्यते।
स्फुरन्नहमितीर्यते।
चत्वारि वाक्यानि शास्त्रेषु प्रसिद्धानि वाक्यानि महावाक्यानि। ऐत्रेय उपनिषद्वाक्यं प्रज्ञानं ब्रह्म, अहं ब्रह्मास्मि। बृहदारण्यक उपनिषद्वाक्यं तत्तमसि इति महावाक्यं छान्दोग्य उपनिषदि वर्तते। अयमात्मा ब्रह्म माण्डुक्य उपनिषदि। एतेषां वाक्यानाम् अर्थः अस्मिन् अध्याये आचार्येण प्रतिपाद्यते। प्रथमम् अस्माभिः दृष्टम् श्लोकद्वयेन प्रज्ञानं ब्रह्म इति महावाक्यस्य ऋग्वेद ऐतरेय उपनिषद् महावाक्यं महावाक्यस्य अर्थः उच्यते। प्रज्ञानं ब्रह्म इति प्रज्ञानमिति पदस्य अर्थः जीवः जीवचैतन्यम्। येन चैतन्येन शृणोति, जिघ्रति, व्याकरोति, स्वादु अस्वादु इति विजानाति, तत् प्रज्ञानम् इति उदीरितम्। तत् चैतन्यं प्रज्ञानम् इति उदीरितम् उच्यते। ब्रह्म इति वा पदस्य कोऽर्थः चतुर्मुख ब्रह्म, ब्रह्म ब्रह्माजी चतुर्मुख प्रजापतिः इत्यर्थः। इन्द्रः इत्यादिषु उत्तम उत्कृष्ट प्राणिषु देवादिषु तथा मनुष्याः इति मध्यमाः ये वर्तन्ते, मध्ये ये वर्तन्ते मनुष्यः, तथा अधो अध अधमाः प्राणिनः अश्वगवादिषु इति एतेषु चैतन्यम् एकम् एव वर्तते। एकमेव चैतन्यं, तच्चैतन्यं ब्रह्म, तदेव ब्रह्म इति। तद्ब्रह्म मयि अपि, तच्चैतन्यं मयि अहम् एव इति। चैतन्यम् आत्मरूपेण वर्तमान चैतन्यं ब्रह्म एव इति ऐक्यं प्रतिपाद्यते। जीव ब्रह्म ऐक्यम्। तृतीय श्लोके अस्माभिः दृष्टं गतवर्गे तृतीय श्लोके यजुर्वेदस्य बृहदारण्यक उपनिषद्वाक्यम् अहं ब्रह्मास्मि इति वाक्यस्य अर्थः प्रतिपाद्यते। तत्र आचार्येण उच्यते परिपूर्णः परात्मा अस्मिन् देहे विद्याधिकारिणी। बुद्धेः साक्षी तया स्थित्वा अहम् अहम् इति स्फुरति। तत् अहम् अहम् इति स्फुरति, तत् अहं ब्रह्मास्मि इति वाक्यस्य अहं पदस्य अर्थः। अस्मिन् शरीरे कः वर्तते? ईश्वरः एव, परमात्मा एव वर्तते। अतः परात्मा अस्मिन् देहे विद्याधिकारिणी। विद्याधिकारिणी इत्युक्ते दृष्टं योग्य पुरुषे इत्यर्थः। शमादि संपन्ने देहे जीवे मनुष्येषु साक्षित्वेन स्थित्वा सर्वं प्रकाशयति। अतः जीवः अहमिति शब्देन अहं ब्रह्मास्मि, जीवः चैतन्यं जीवचैतन्यम् अहमिति परेण उच्यते, ईर्यते इति. Up to that we have seen. Now the next shloka. So the aham brahmasmi, aham brahma iti padayoho samanadikranam asti. Aham samsari iti tattu vachyartah. Aham samsari. Aham jivaha samsari. Samsari jivaha katam brahma bhavitum hargati na atah वाच्यार्थः न स्वीकर्तव्यः. अहं तु अल्पज्ञः अल्पशक्तिमान्, ईश्वरः ब्रह्म तु सर्वज्ञः सर्वव्यापी सर्वशक्तिमान्. अतः कथं वाक्यार्थः कथं वाक्यार्थं स्वीकर्तुं शक्यते. अतः लक्ष्यार्थं स्वीकृत्य भगवत्याः लक्षणया विरुद्ध अंशान् परित्यज्य मिथ्यात्वात् अहम् इति पदस्य यत् यः अर्थः वर्तते चैतन्यम् एव ब्रह्म इति अहम् इति स्फुरति साक्षितया, बुद्धेः साक्षितया अस्मिन् देहे. तत् अहं साक्षितया यत् वर्तते अहं विद्याधिकारिणी देहे, तदेव अहं पदस्य लक्ष्यार्थः अहमिति. तत् अहं परमात्मा ब्रह्म इति. अहम् इति पदस्य अर्थः अस्मिन् श्लोके उच्यते. इदानीं ब्रह्मपदस्य कः अर्थः उच्यते चतुर्थ श्लोके. You will read from the fourth shloka. We have seen up to third shloka, now fourth one. Swatah purnah paratmatra brahma shabdena varnitah.
स्वतः
पूर्णः परात्मात्र ब्रह्मशब्देन वर्णितः
अस्मीत्यैक्यपरामर्शस्तेन ब्रह्म बभाम्यहम्.
अस्मिन्नैक्यपरामर्शस्तेन ब्रह्म भवाम्यहम्.
पूर्व श्लोके अहं पदस्य अर्थः उक्तः. अत्र ब्रह्मशब्दस्य अर्थः उक्तः अस्ति. किं तद् ब्रह्म? स्वतः पूर्णः. कः परात्मा? परात्मा इत्युक्ते परमात्मा. स्वतः पूर्णः परमात्मा, तदेव ब्रह्मशब्देन वर्णितः. वर्णितः इत्युक्ते लक्षितः. स्वतः पूर्णः परात्मा अत्र ब्रह्मशब्देन वर्णितः. पूर्णः इत्युक्ते अपरिचिन्नः इत्यर्थः. पूर्णः, लिमिट्लेस्. The one who is limitless. स्वतः, स्वभावतः, स्वरूपेण, स्वभावतः लिमिट्लेस्. देशकाल अपरिच्छिन्नः इत्यर्थे. देशकालवस्तु अपरिच्छिन्नः. देशकालवस्तुभिः अपरिच्छिन्नः. Not limited by space or time or other vastu, other thing. So therefore no limitations, no space-wise limitations or time-based limitation or object-wise limitation. The limitless Purnaha सर्वं पूरयति इति पूर्णः सर्वत्र अस्ति पूर्णत्वात् पूर्णः तत् ब्रह्मशब्देन वर्णितः इति it is ब्रह्मशब्देन वर्णितः it is उक्तः ब्रह्मशब्देन लक्षितः indicated by the word Brahma. So Paratma is that Paramatma. Parascha Asuvatma Paratma Paramatma ityartah कर्मधारय. तो स्वतः पूर्णः सः परमात्मा सः एव ब्रह्मशब्देन लक्षितः indicated by ब्रह्मशब्द तत् परमात्मा. So अहं ब्रह्मास्मि अहम् इति पदस्य अर्थः उक्तः. Now ब्रह्मशब्दस्य अर्थः अपि तदपि उक्तः ब्रह्मशब्देन परमात्मा अहम् इति जीवचैतन्यम् ब्रह्मशब्दस्य अर्थः परमात्मा. किन्तु त्रीणि पदानि वर्तन्ते अहं ब्रह्म अस्मि इति. अस्मि इति पदस्य कोऽर्थः तदुच्यते द्वितीय वाक्ये. Second line it is said what is the meaning of asmi. First महावाक्य प्रज्ञानं ब्रह्म. द्विपदं महावाक्यम् अहं ब्रह्म अस्मि त्रिपदं महावाक्यम्. Aham, that is Jiva Chaitanyam, is Paramatma, then Asmi, that equation. Asmi stands for Aikyam. Aikya Bodhaka. That Asmi is Aikya Paramarshaha, Aham Asmi iti. Asmi iti Aikya Paramarshaha, Tena Hum Brahma Bhavami, Asmi iti Arthaha. Asmi iti Aikya Paramarshaha, Tena Brahma Bhavami. So Asmi, Asdatu. Asdatu is just Sattayam, in the sense of being. There is no really action involved, kriya involved. It is being. Aikya Paramarshaha means Asmi reveals oneness, Aikyam. Aikya Paramarshaha Jiva Brahmanoho Aikyasya Anuvadaha Kritaha Asmi iti Padena. So Asmi reveals oneness. Aikya Paramarshaha iti. Asmi iti, that Asdatoho form, Asmi. Aham is therefore Asmi. It reveals the fact of oneness. Tena, by which Aham Brahma Bhavami. So, the meaning of the words Aham Brahma Asmi. Aham is Aham Jivaha, then Brahma is Brahma, then Asmi. So, Vakya Jnanam is known through Pada Jnanam. Pada Jnana Janya Jnanam, Vakya Jnanam. Jnanam born of Pada is Vakya Jnanam. Vakya Jnanam is now Pada, meaning of the individual Padams understood. Now Vakya Jnanam is Tena, because the meaning of the words are Aham is the Chaitanyam, Brahma is Paramatma, Asmi is Aikya Paramarshaha, reveals oneness. Therefore, Tena, Padajnanena, Vakya Jnanam becomes Aham Brahma Bhavami, Aham Brahma Asmi. By Bhagatyaha Lakshana, we cannot take the Vachyartha by Vyarevat, Aham Brahma Asmi iti Lakshyartha. So Aham is not Samsari Aham, it is Aham iti Chaitanyam. Tat Chaitanyam Paramatma Brahma iti. So that Veda which is there, which is the cause for samsara. Veda Drishtya Samsaraha, that Veda Brahma Nivrittihi Mahavakyena Bhavati. Veda Brahma Nivrittihi Bhavati. Bhagatyaha Lakshanaya Lakshyarthena Veda Brahma Nivrittihi. That Veda, which is the cause for samsara, that is removed. So Aham Brahma Asmi iti. That is Brahma Prapti. It is Bhavami, not I will become or I would become. I become Brahma. Aham Brahma Asmi. The Veda is negated. Therefore, Veda Nivrityatmaka. Veda Nivritti Jnana Utpannam Bhavati. Utpannaka Vakyam, Mahavakyam. The Veda Nivritti is removed and reveals oneness. Removal of Veda is the difference, which are seeming difference. The differences are Mithya, and by that oneness is revealed. That is Mahavakyam. Veda Nivritti is only through, but only at the level of knowing, cognition, not physically remove the Veda. That is not also possible. So that Vedaha, ye Vedaha vartante, te Mithya Rupena vartante, ataha Jnanena Mithya Drishtihi Apagachati. Tena Lakshyartena Aham Brahma Asmi iti Vedanavritti Jnanam Bhavati Tena Brahma Praptihi Muktihi Bhavati ityartha. The that is the Vishaya. So therefore, it is only through understanding, cognition. That is why Mauna Vyakya Prakatita Parabrahma Tattvam Yuvanam. Then you just remain in silence, Maunam. That is why Munihi iti. So therefore, through Vichara, we arrive at the understanding that Aham Purnaha, Aham Brahma iti. In the Buddhi, the Vichara takes place, and Buddhya Kalpita Vedaha, Veda Nivritti Bhavati, Tena Aham Brahma Bhavami iti. So therefore, Aham Brahma iti, this Padadvayam, Samana Vibhakto Vartate, this Padadvayam, Jiva and Brahma. Asmi Padena, Jiva Brahmanoho Aikyam Pratipadyate, Ataha Asmi, Asmi iti Padam Abedam Anuvadati. Jiva Brahmanoho Aparichinna Chaitanya Surupatwatayoho Abedaha Bhavati. Therefore, the Veda which is that is a Brahma. The Brahma is removed. Brahma Nivrittihi by Jnanam. Therefore, the Jnanam is the sadhanam for moksha. But therefore, Mahavakya, understanding the Mahavakya, Pratibandha, without any Pratibandha, clear, clear understanding. Understanding that Aham, that Brahma, that is the alone, is the means for, that Jnanam alone is the sadhanam for moksha. So that is what the Acharya says here. The Tika is a simple Tika. Brahmashabdhartam aha asmin shloke. Brahmashabdasya artam aha vadati Acharya. Swataha iti. Swataha paripurnaha. Swabhavataha. Swabhavataha, it is complete. It is total, limitless. Purnaha iti. Deshakala kaladi anavachinnaha. Purvoktaha. Deshakaladi anavachinnaha. Purvoktaha. Paramatma atra asmin mahavakya dharma shabdena dharma iti padena varnitaha. Not conditioned by anavachinaha, not limited by, not enclosed by. Anavachinaha, desha kala, etc. Vastu also, desha kala vastu bhi. Anavachinaha, purvaktaha, that which is said purva, that is Paramatma. Asmin mahavakya, in this mahavakya, It is referred to by the word Brahma iti shabdena. Brahma iti padena varnitaha asti. Purvoktaha Paramatma, Purvoktaha Kutra Uktaha, the third shloka. Paripurnaha Paratma Asmin Dehe, Paramatma, Tat Paramatma. Lakshanaya Uktaha Ityartaha. It is said Lakshanaya, Bhagatyaha Lakshanaya. That at the level of Samashti also, minus Upadi, Brahma, that is Maya Upadi, Brahma Padena, that Chaitanyam alone, Brahma Chaitanyam alone is indicated. Lakshanaya Uktaha. एतद् वाक्यगतेन अस्मि इति पदेन in this महावाक्य अस्मि इति पदमस्ति पदेन पदद्वय सामानाधिकरण करण्यलभ्यं जीवब्रह्मणोः ऐक्यं परामृश्यते इति आह अस्मि इति पदेन जीवब्रह्मणोः ऐक्यं परामृश्यते इट इज अनुवदति इति अर्थः जीव and brahma are one. There is no difference between jiva and brahma. Paramrishyate iti aha asmi iti paritamaha. It is the result. The result is Aikyam is the result. Jnanam, Aikya Jnanam is the result. Tena aham Brahma bhavami. Tena aham Brahma asmi. I recognize myself to be that Brahma iti. Iti aham Brahma asmi. That Vakya is Akyartha. That, the meaning of the Mahavakya is presented. Then the next shloka, the next Mahavakya, Chandogya Upanishad Prasiddha Mahavakya, Chandogya Upanishadi Navavaharam Acharya अत्र उच्यते तत् त्वमसि तत् त्वमसि इति तस्य महावाक्यस्य विचारः अर्थः विचाररूपेण अर्थः प्रतिपाद्यते. That is the next shloka. Shloka number 5. एकमेवाद्वितीयं सन्नामरूपविवर्जितम्
एकमेवाद्वितीयं सन्नामरूपविवर्जितम्
सृष्टेः पुराधुनाप्यस्य तादृक्त्वं तदितीर्यते.
सृष्टेः पुराधुनाप्यस्य तादृक्त्वं तदितीर्यते.
The Mahavakyam is Tat Tvam Asi. Chandagya Upanishad Vakyam Tat Tvam Asi iti Mahavakyasya Tadpadasya Artaha Varnitaha Asti. Here also Tat Tvam Asi. Tat and Tvam Padadvayam Samana Vibhakto Vartate. For Padadvayasya Vicharam Krutva Asi Padasya Aikyam Pratipadya Tattvam Asi iti Vakyasya Artaha Varnitaha. Pratamam Tatpadasya Artaha Kaha. In the Chandogya Upanishad, there is a famous vacuum. Sadeva Somyidamagra Asit Ekameva Dvitiyam Iti Chandogya Upanishadi Shrutam. That Vakya is important, famous Vakya. So, that Vakya, the meaning of that Vakyam is what is in the present line. The present Acharya rephrases. Ekameva Dvitiyam San Namarupa Vivarjitam. Namarupa Vivarjitam Ekameva Dvitiyam Sat Tat iti iryate. Sat tat. Tat Namarupa Vivarjitam Sat Ekameva Dvitiyam Sat, which is Namarupa Vivarjitam Sat Tat iti iryate. Taditi iryate. Taditi iryate is Tat iti iryate. Srishte pura idamagre asit. Sadeva Somi idamagre asit. Idamagre, that is Srishte pura aduna api. Now also. Adunapi asya tadriktam bhavati. So tatu tvam asi. What is tatu? So tatu is means satu. And that satu is nama rupa vivarjitam. Ekameva dvitiyam. The pure satu is indicated by the word tatu. Om tat satu. It is Srimad Bhagavad Gita, so Upanishad. There also you say Om Tat Sat Tat Sat. The Sat is indicated by Tat. Ekameva Dvitiyam. That means that which is free from all types of Veda. What are the types of Veda? Sajatiya, Vijatiya, Swakata, iti Trivida Bhedaha Santi. Therefore, Trivida Bheda Gitam Sat. Veda is difference or limits. So Tata is free from all those limitations. Tata means Sata. Tata, Sata, they are same. That is same means by the word Tata, Tvamasi, in that Tata is by the word Tata is Sata is indicated. Therefore, that Sata, which is free from all sorts of limitations. It doesn't have Swagata Veda. Sata doesn't have Swagata Veda. Swagata Veda Ragitam. Sajatiya Veda Ragitam. Sat, Vijatiya Veda Ragitam Sat. Swagata Veda is, in fact, we have seen in Panchadasi before. Acharya explained with an example of a tree. Vriksha Drashtantena Acharyena Uttaha Purva Prakarane. Swagata Veda is the differences which are obtained within itself. That is Swagata Veda. Like Patra, Pushpa, Paladibihi, a Vriksha, a tree, for example, it has got Patra, leaves, Pushpa, trunk, roots, then subroots, branches, etc. So these are the Vedas limits. Satya is that which doesn't have parts like this. If Satya has got parts, then it is limited. It will be subject to limitations. It cannot be Purnaha, it cannot be complete. It doesn't have parts. Like a tree has got parts, a pot has got parts. Similarly, Satya doesn't have parts. So the Drishtanta is Vyatireka Drishtanta. We cannot give Anvaya Drishtanta. It is not possible because there is only Brahma which is free from all the sorts of differences. That's why Vyatireka Drishtanta alone is possible. A tree has got parts. A tree is one unit, one integral unit which is put together. It has got parts. Sat is not put together. It doesn't have parts. Therefore, it doesn't have avayava. Therefore, it doesn't have swagata veda. If a thing has got parts, the parts changes, and therefore it is subject to limitations. If Sat is also full of parts, when parts change, Sat also will undergo change. If Sat undergo change, it cannot be changeless. It will have attributes. Then it cannot be Sat. Therefore, Sat doesn't have parts like Vriksha, like tree. So therefore, it is therefore it doesn't have Swagata Veda. And Sat also doesn't have Sajatiya Veda. Sajatiya Veda is a Vriksha is there is mango tree, one mango tree, another mango tree is there. So many other trees mango trees are there, the same species. But Sat doesn't have another Sat. There are no two Brahma. So Brahma is Ekam Eva Advitiyam. All the three words are important, which negates three types of Veda. So therefore, Sajatiya, another Brahma is not there. Therefore, since only one is there, therefore it is Sajatiya Bheda Ragita. And since it doesn't have power, doesn't have attributes, there is no, therefore we cannot add any adjective to the limitless, this being this Brahma. It is limitless. Therefore it can be only one. Vijatiya Bheda also is not there. Another Bheda. If another one is there, then we can distinguish. Another one also is not there. So Brahma is Ekam. Ekam Eva Advitiyam. There is no two. Therefore Sattva also doesn't have Vijatiya Veda. What about this Jagat? Jagat belongs to a different order of reality. Brahma is Satyam, Jagat is Mithya. Therefore Mithya Jagat cannot limit Satya Brahma. So if one has the Jagat is Jagat is a Brahma is a Vijatiya Veda. No, it is Advitiyam. That's for only Advaita. Advitiyam. The Jagat is Mithya. Mithya Jagat, which is Vyavaharika Jagat. Mithya means you are not dismissing it is doesn't exist. It exists only at the Vyavaharika level. It has got Vyavaharika Satta, not Paramarthika Satta. So therefore Jagat is Mithya. Mithya Jagat cannot limit Satyam Brahma. Therefore Vijatiya Veda is also not there. That is what is indicated by the word Ekam, then Eva and Advitiyam, the three padas. Therefore, Trivida Bheda Ragitam Sat. That Sat is Nama Rupa Vivarjitam. The Jagat is Nama Rupatmakam. Therefore, Brahma is without this Jagat. Where is the Jagat? From the standpoint of Brahma, there is no Jagat at all. Therefore, Brahma is free from Jagat. There is no Jagat. So, therefore, this Sat, Brahma, which is Ekameva Dvitiyam Nama Rupa Vivarjitam, that's Sat, and that is Chit, that is Chaitanyam. It is Chaitanyam. The Sat can be known as Chit, Chaitanyam. Sat is Sat Brahma. It is not available for Vyavahara, that Sat. That is like Chit. The Sat is Avyavaharyam. Sat is Namarupa Vivrajitam. Ekameva Dvityam. Free from form, free from name. And that's Sat. But it is obtained as Chit, Chaitanyam. And that Chaitanyam, therefore, whatever is talked about with regard to Chitta, the same thing is for Chitta also. Therefore, Chitta also doesn't have Avayava. Chitta also doesn't have these Vedas. It doesn't have parts, therefore doesn't undergo change. It is one. It is the whole Jagat, which is Mithya Jagat. It is in this Chitta Chaitanyam, Brahma Chaitanyam, and it is Swatantraha. Doesn't depend on anything as Sat. Sat is free, Swatantraha. Similarly, Chitta also free because it is Sat is Chit. As Sat is all pervasive, Sarvavyapi, Chitta also pervades the entire Shariram, body, and continues to be in the Shariram, continues to be survive after even the Shariram dies. Therefore, this is Chitta, Sat is Chitta. The Sat is Chaitanya. Therefore, Tat referring to Sat and Sat is Chit, Chaitanyam, Brahma Chaitanyam iti. Then in the Vakyam it is said that Sat is Srishtehe Pura, Sat Nama Rupa Vivarjitam, free from name and form. Aduna, even now also. Srishtehe Pura, before the Srishti. Nama Rupa Vivarjitam Sat, Aduna, even now. So, therefore, the Sat, the Vastu, it is not touched by this Jagat, this Nama Rupatmaka Jagat, because it is Mithya. That Tadruktam, that status, Nama Rupa Vivarjitatvam, Tadruktam, it is there for Sat. Sat, which is Sashtehe Pura, it is Sat Vartate, Tat Aduna api, Tadruktam Sat, it is there, all the time it is there. It is free from Namarupa. Free from Namarupa before and free from Namarupa even after. It doesn't become something. It is as it was before, even it is now. Then what is this Srishti then? The Srishti is which is Namarupa. That's Namarupa, which is Namarupatmaka Jagat, which is this which is the Srishta. Before Srishti, it was an Avyakta Rupa. Now it is in Vyakta Rupa. Because it is Vyaktam, it is not real, it is Mithya. Purvam it was Avyakta Mithya. Avyakta Mithya Rupena Srishtehe Pura Vartate. This Namarupatmakam Jagate. Then Srishtehe Paschat Vyakta Rupena Idam Jagat Vartate Mithya Jagat Vartate. So therefore it is, although it is Mithya, therefore it is, therefore Sat is free from that. So therefore Mithya is that it is not real, it is appears. So it is Mithya Jagat, it doesn't have Swatantra Sattvam. That Swatantratvam is there only for Sat. The Sat is there which gives Satta to this Mithya Jagat, Namarupatmaka Jagat. Therefore, the difference is what we see in this Mithya Jagat, that is also is not real. All the Jagat, like the snake seen on the rope. The snake seen on the rope is unreal, whether it is seen in a cobra or water snake. It doesn't make any difference. The Namarupa doesn't make any difference. Whether it is before or after for a Vidwan Jnani, that negation is done. The negation is done by proper inquiry, vichara. So negating Namarupa. Negating Namarupa, we arrive at the Lakshyartha of the word. Therefore, Namarupa Vivarjitam Tat Sat, and that Tat, that is the Sat, is you. By Lakshyartha, Tvam Padar Lakshyartha, Tvam Padena, not this samsari jiva is referred to, because Tattvam in that they are in Samana Vibhakti, Samana Dikaranyam. Therefore, we cannot take Vachyartha. The Vachyartha equation is not possible. Therefore, Lakshyartha to be taken. When you take Lakshyartha, then Namarupa is negated. Therefore, from the standpoint of the Brahma, the Jagat itself is not there. Nothing is created at all. Therefore, Brahma is not Jagat Karanam. Jagat Karanatvam, which is attributed to Brahma, that also is dismissed, gone. So, Srishtehe Pura Aduna Api Brahma Bhavati. Therefore, Brahma doesn't undergo any change. So, Mithya Jagat, Mithya, from the standpoint of the Jagat, Brahma is the Karanam. From the standpoint of Brahma, it is neither the Karanam nor the Karyam. It is there all the way. It is. Therefore, in Tattvamasi Mahavakya, that Tat, it is Sat, and that Sat, which is obtained as Chit, then that Chit, which is Chaitanyam, Brahma Chaitanyam, is you. This equation is required. That is to be said, you, it is you. Otherwise, samsara nivritti cannot happen. That Chaitanyam is you. The Brahma Chaitanyam is you. Just mere the knowledge of the Tatpadam and the Tvam Padam will not give moksha. That Tat, what is referred to by the word Tat is Tvam iti, the equation to be given, to be presented. Then only samsara nivritti, that Veda nivritti happens. Otherwise, Tat, by the word Tat, it is Sat, it is Paroksha. And Paroksha is that Paroksha is Akshnaha Paraha, Sat, which is existence. Existence is Paroksha. Unless the Sat is made as Chit, which is Aparoksha, the Chaitanyam. So therefore that Sakshi Chaitanyam, which is Aparichinna Chaitanyam, which is obtained in the body, it has to be known as Sarvagata, all pervading. So therefore the recognition of this Chitta Sat, Chitta as Chata, that removes all the Parichinnatvam, limitations. So that is called Aparokshatvam. When we say Sat, pure Sat cannot be recognized. The Sat is recognized only in the form of Chitta. And Sat is Paroksha, remote in our understanding. It is not physically remote. In our understanding, it is remote. That Parokshatvam has to be negated. Why it has to be negated? Otherwise, the limitless cannot be recognized. The limitlessness of the Chitta, that is myself, me, cannot be recognized. Therefore, Aparoksha Siddhyartham, that Sat is equated to Chitta, Chaitanyam, Sakshi Chaitanyam. And that Chaitanyam, which is Aparoksha, which is myself, that is Tatu Tvam Asi. Iti, by that Mahavakya, it is Iryate. So in this Shloka, that's what it is said. Srishtehe pura adanapi tadriktvam Iryate. So Purvam, that is Jagataha Utpattehe Purvam Brahma eva asi. Tasmin Brahmani Sajatiya Svagata Vedaha Sajatiya Vedaha Vijatiya Vedaha va Nasti. Vedatrayam Rahitam Sat. Tadeva Uchate Ekam Eva Advitiyam iti. Vedaha Trivida Vedaha Nasti. Kintu Jagat Asti Namarupatakam. Srishtege Purvam Namarupe Nastaha. Kutra Asti Namarupayo Abhavat. Brahmani Namarupam na Asi. Srishtege Paschadapi na Tishtati eva. Nasti eva. Ataha Brahma Nirvishesham Brahma. Tad Brahma, Tat, it's referring to that Brahma, and that is you, Tvam. So the Brahma which is indicated by the word Tat, and that Tat in the Vakya, Chandopanishad Vakya Tadeva Somidamagre Asit, that Sat is referred to, that Sat, and that is Chit, therefore Tat Tvam Asi, in that Tat Brahma Chaitanyam Tvam Asi. Iti, that Aikya Pratipadanam is done. Bhagatyaha Lakshanaya. So here now in this shloka the Tvam is not explained. It is going to be explained in the next shloka. But Tattapadam alone is the meaning of the word Tat. The previous in this shloka Tat is referred, and the next upcoming shloka the Tvam will be referred, will be discussed. The meaning of Tat Padam to be understood. The Tat is Sat, and the Sat is Chit. So that Chit, Chaitanyam, that is Chaitanyam. That is what is referred to by the word Brahma. That Brahma is Tvam. That is the Tvam Pada Vichara is done in the next shloka. Then Asi by that it is equated. Now the Tika. Idanim Chandogya Shruti Gatasya. Shruti Gatasya means Shruti Shruto Vartamanasya. The Vakyam. Tattvamasi iti Vakyasya Artaha Prakashanaya. Tatpada Lakshyartam Aha. The meaning of the Lakshyartam of the meaning, Lakshyartha of the Tatpadam is told by Acharya here. The Mahavakya Tattvamasi, the meaning of Tatpadam, Acharya tells Ekameva iti. The meaning of the Tat Padam, but Tadeva Somidam Agra Asit, that is what the Vakya in the Chandogya Upanishad. Therefore, the Tat is referring to Sat. Sadeva Somidam Agra Asit, Ekameva Dvitiyam iti Vakye Srishtehe Pura Swagatadi. Adi Pada Swagata, Vijat Swagata Veda, Vijat Sajatiya Veda, Vijatiya Veda, Veda Shunya, Veda Ragitam. Namarupa Ragitam, Yet Sat, no use was Sat Vastu, Pratipaditam Asti, in the Vakya of the Chandogya Upanishad, Tadeva Somi Idamagra Asit, the Sat Eva Asit, Idamagra is before this referring to this Jagat, Drishyamanam Jagat, Tadeva Asit, and that Sat is Ekam Eva Advitiyam. Means it is free from all the three Vedas. Namarupa Ragitam, that Ita Sat Vartate, that Sat which is there, that is Pratipaditam Asti, Asya Sadvastunaha, that Sadvastu, Adunapi even now, Srishti Uttarakale. Aduna is after Srishti. Aduna is now means Srishtehe Paschat. Uttarakale api. Tadruptameva Vartate. Vichara Drishtya Tatatvam Tatiti Padena Iryate Lakshyate. Therefore, Srishtehe Pura and Srishtehe Paschat. Tadruptam is Tatatvam. Tatatvam, the same way, Tatatvam, Adunapi, even now Srishtehe Paschat, Anantaramapi, Vartate. Therefore, that Sat is what is indicated by the word Tat. So in the Mahavakya Tat Tvamasi, the meaning of Tat is that. What is that? That is Sat. The meaning of the word Tat is Sat. Then I added that Sat is Chit, Chaitanyam is. Because Tat is, that Sat is, which is existence, it is that existence, that Sat can be recognized only as Chit. So, because Sat is existence, so when we hear Sat, then the knowledge of Paroksha, the remote knowledge only happens. That is not remote, it is immediate, it is myself, Chitta. So we have to equate that Sat to Chitta. So three phases. The word is Sat referring to Sat and Sat is Chitta. Now the next shloka, where the meaning of Tat Tvam Tvam Pada Vichara is given. So meaning of the word Tvam. Shroturdehendriyatitam Vaspatra Tvam Paderitam.
श्रोत्रुदेहेन्द्रियातीतं
श्रोत्रदेहेन्द्रियातीतं
वसत्वत्र त्वं
Ekata gragyate siti tadaikyamaनुभूyatam.
एकदा
ग्राह्यते
ग्राह्यते
सीति तदैक्यमनुभूयताम्
तदैक्यमनुभूयताम्
Shrotuhu is Shravanam Kurvataha. Kasya Shravanam Mahavakyartha Mahavakyasya Shastrasya Mahavakyasya Kimartam Jnanaya Shrotuhu, the listener, for the listener. Degendriyatitam Shotruhu Degendriyatitam Titam Atitam is Vytiriktam Ityartaha. Vastu, that Vastu is the Sat is the Vastu. Vasati Sarvasmin Sarvatra iti Vastu. Sat. That Sat is Tvam iritam. Tvam Sat is indicated. Shrotuhu Dehendriyatitam Vastu Atra Tvam iritam. Ekata gragyate asi iti asi iti ekata gragyate ekatvam ekato aikyam tadaikyam anubhuyatam. Vastu is vasati sarvada iti vastu trikale api tishtati yadi tishtati tat sat vastu, all the time it is existence, it is abhaditam, negated. Tad vastu tvam padena hiritam atra asmin vakye, asmin vakye, that is mahavakye. Shotruhu Dehendriyatitam Tam Padena Hiritam. Atitam is beyond, Vytiriktam Ityartaha. That which is beyond, that is which is Vytiriktam, different from Deha. It is the Vastu. Here the word Shrotuhu, Shrotuhu Dehendriyatitam. Shrotuhu is Panchami Vibhakti, not Shashti. Because we say Dehendriyatitam, Shrotuhu Dehendriyatitam Vastu. That is a Vakya. So Shrotuhu is, Shrotra is a Shabda, Vikaranta Shabda. Therefore, Shrotuhu will be, cannot be Panchami. Different from the Shrota, different from Deha Indriya, etc. Different from what? From the Shrota. But the Shrotuhu is the Vastu. Therefore, how can be Panchami? So, it has to be Shashti. Shrotuhu Dehendriyatitam, Dehendriyatitam, Atitam Vyatiriktam Ityartaha. Therefore, different from Deha Indriya is different from Deha Indriya. Shrotuhu Dehendriyatitam Vastu. So Dehendriyatitam is qualifying Vastu. Vastu is Napumsakalinga. So Dehendriyatitam is, it's a compound. Dehendriyebhyaha Atitam Vitiriktam, that Vastu. So Dehendriyebhyaha is what vibhakti? That is, even if you split the compound, Dehendriyebhyaha Atitam we say. So Dehendriyebhyaha belong to the listener. Therefore, Shrotuha, how can it be in Panchami? It has to be, how can it be Shashti? It has to be in Panchami. Okay. It is not Shrotuhu, is not Shashti Bhakti. It is in Panchami. Shrotuhu, then Dehendriyatitam Vastu. Different from the Shrotuhu is the Vastu. Different from the person who, that is the Shrota, is this Vastu. And the Shrota is one who is with this Deha Indriya, etc. Therefore, Dehendriyebhyaha Shrotuhu Atitam Idam Vastu, this Vastu is different from the Shrota. Shrota, when you say that Kartrutvam, Daham Karta, Bhokta, it is involved. Therefore, Panchami would be better. Therefore, they have body, mind, senses, etc. of the that is Atitam, different from that it is Vastu. Therefore, Shrotuhu referring to the person, that is Tvam. Tvam Padena, Tvam. So different when we say all the Deha Indriya by that. Deha referring by that Deha Indriya Indriyabhyaha by that Padam, all the Panchakoshas are indicated. So different from these Panchakosha, different from the Panchakosha is this that which is different from the Panchakosha is what is referred to by the word Tvam. So the Tvam pada is what is intended by Tvam is this Shrotuhu Degendriyatitam, beyond this body and senses. Panchakosha-titam ityartaha, distinct from five koshas. Distinct from five koshas, at the same time it is obtained within the five koshas. You are that Atma, but not the Panchakosha. You are the Panchakosha, but not the Panchakoshas are you. Therefore, Panchakosha Atitam. That is the Atitam, the meaning of what Atitam is. The Chitta, the Chaitanyam is Degendriya Atitam. So, therefore, Tatat Tvam Iritam Asti Degendriya Dibhyaha Atiriktam Sakshi Rupam Chaitanyam Tvam Iritam. That is referred to by the word Tvam. Then Tata is Sat, and Tvam is this Chaitanyam. That Sat we have to understand as Chitta, then what the equation is. Then that Aikyam out, they are equated by what word in the Mahavakya Asi. So Asi Padena Ekata Gragyate, oneness is Gragyate. Ekata Gragyate Asi iti, the Tritiya Padena Gragyate. Bodhyate iti Artaha. So therefore Anubhuyatam. What Anubhuyatam? That Aikyam Anubhuyatam. May one recognize the oneness of the Tat, that is Sat, and this Chit, Tvam. Tvam Chitta Chaitanyam. Therefore, they are one and the same. So that which is recognized as Chitta in this Shariram is Sat outside the Jagat. Therefore, Sat and Chit, they are equated. Therefore, Sat is referred to by the word Tat, and Chit is referred to by the word Tvam. They are one and the same. Therefore, the Sakshi Chaitanyam should be recognized as Sat. Then only the Parichinnatvam, the limitations which are superimposed on me, that will go. Therefore, Aham, then only I am available everywhere. As Sat is available everywhere, therefore, Aham Sakshi Chaitanyam available everywhere, limitless. It is Purna, not subject to any changes, doesn't have parts, free from all the Vedas, Trivida Veda, free from Nama Rupa, all sorts of limitations, Deshakal was to be Aparichinnam Aham Tat Chaitanyam Brahma Chaitanyam iti. So it is recognized as limitless by Chitta, as Sat. To recognize this only, the Sukshma Shariram is required. How does recognition take place? In the Buddhi, therefore Sukshma Sharir. Therefore, Chitta is not limited by the Shariram. It is Sarvagatam, Sadrupena, Avagatam ityartaha. The Sat, which is Paroksha, it has to be recognized as Chitta, it is Aparoksha. So therefore, recognizing that Sat as Chitta, that removes Parokshatvam. Therefore, recognizing this Chitta, recognizing this Sat as Chit removes Parokshatvam, therefore Aparokshatvam. And Sat is Sarvagatam, therefore I am also Sarvagatam, free from all sorts of limitations, pervades everywhere. So that is the meaning. Therefore Ekata Gragyate, that Ekatvam is since there is no difference between what is referred to by the word Sat and Tvam, therefore whatever is talked about with regard to Sat, that is with regard to me also. That is what Aikyam is. And that is by Bhagatyaha Lakshana, it is arrived at. Therefore, Aikyam Anubhuyatam, it is lot karmani. Maybe mumukshu anubhuyatam. May him recognize anubhuyatam. May the mumukshu recognize this oneness, aikyam. And tika, tumpada lakshyartam aha. In this shloka, tumpada lakshyartam acharyaha aha. Shrotuhu iti. Shrotuhu shravanadi anushtanena mahavakyartha प्रतिपत् प्रतिपत्तिः Pratipattuhu. Okay, Pratipatra, I think it is Shatranta. Sorry, it is Rikaranta. Prati, there's a Trichanta. Dehendriyatitam, Dehendriya, Upalakshita, Stola Adi, Shariratraya, Sakshitaya, Tad Vilakshanam Vastu, Sat Vastu Eva, Tumpadena, Iritum Pada, Iritam, Vakyagatena, Tum Iti Padena, Lakshitam Ityartaha. Etad Vakyastena, Asi Iti Padena, तत्त्वं पद सामानाधिकरण लब्धं पदार्थ द्वैक्यं शिष्यं प्रति प्रत्यायते इति आह. So shrotuhu, that is shravanadi anushthanena, by shravanam etc. By that shrotuhu, shrotuhu is that is mahavakya vakyartha pratipattuhu. Pratipattu referring to the shrota who who has the understanding, who has understood the meaning of the mahavakya shrotuhu. And Dehendriyaditam, Dehendriya Upalakshita, by Dehendriya, what is Upalakshitam is the Stula, Sukma, Karna Shariram, the Shariratraya, Sakshitaya, Atitam is there. Therefore, different from that, in the form of Sakshi, that which is there, that is Tad Vilakshanam Vastu, that Brahma Chaitanyam, Sadvastu Eva, Tumpadena Iritam, which is what is indicated by the Tumpada. Therefore, Vakyagatena Tumiti Padena, Lakshitam Ityartaha. Therefore, in the Vakya, Tumiti Padena, Lakshyartha is taken. That is Degendriya Itam, that Vastu, that Sat, the Chit is Lakshitam Asti. Etad Vakyastena Asipadena, then in the Mahavakya Asipadam is there by that. Samanadikaranyam labdam, the Tatantam, which is Samanadikaranyam, Tayoho Aikyam Shishyam Prati, Pratyayate. Tayoho Aikyam, the oneness between the Sat and Tat, Sat and Chit, which is Pratyayate. So, Shishyam Prati, Pratyayate. Iti aha. Ekam Ekata iti. Ekata iti, that is Asi iti, Ekata iti. That is Siddhyartham eva. It is Siddhyartham. Tad Aikyam iti. Tayoho Tattvam Padartayoho Aikyam Pramana Siddham. Ekatvam Anubhuyata Mumukshubhi Ityartaha. So Tayoho, that is Tattvam Padartayoho Aikyam, meaning of the Pada, that is Lakshyartha. That Aikyam, that is Pramana Siddham, is gained through the right means of knowledge. Therefore, by that Mumukshu, that is Shastram. Therefore, may the Mumukshu recognize this one through the Shastram. Okay. Ityataha, that is the meaning. The meaning of the word Pratyayate is taught. Shishyam Prati Pratyayate. Pratyayate Ityaha. Shishyam Prati Pratyayate. We will see next how the word is derived grammatically. Pratipurvaka, it is Pratyayate Atmanipada, the Dhatu. Taught to the disciple. Shishyam Prati Pratyayate Itiyaha. I'll check to what Dhatu Pratyayate, I think maybe Janta, I'll check. I is to go. So with the Pratipasarga, Pratyaya, it can mean to teach. Pratyayate. I have to check, I'm not sure. Okay. Shishyam prati pratyayate iti aha. This is the tika. The next shloka, the next Mahavakya is taken. The last Mahavakya. We'll see the next shloka. Om Purnamadav Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Dhanyavadaha.
धन्यवादः
You can check what is the how the pratyayate is derived. I also will check.
Pratyaya, in the Koshanvesha, it is given as revenue or income.
Huh? Sorry?
Revenue or income, tax.
But if